At the family gathering, Mom announced, "I'm so blessed with successful children. Well, most of them," while staring directly at me. Everyone chuckled. I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. I just smiled, handed her a note, and said, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom." Then I walked out and drove away in her dream car, the Porsche GT3 RS I'd been making payments on for 2 years. Minutes later, she called screaming when she saw what was inside the note. "My name's Jason. I'm 32. And until that moment, I was apparently the family screw-up. At least, that's the narrative my mother had been pushing for a decade. In the Lee family, success gets measured in specific ways. Medical degrees, law degrees, engineering degrees, or at least a corporate job with a title you can brag about. My older sister Lauren, pediatrician, makes bank, saves kids, drives a BMW that Mom loves mentioning to neighbors. My younger brother Eric, software engineer at Google, 28 years old, pulling down $300,000 a year plus stock options. And then there's me, Jason Lee, the guy who dropped out of his master's program to start fixing computers out of his garage. For years, Mom used their success as a stick to beat me with. "Jason is still figuring things out," she'd say with this tight smile. Or, "We're just hoping he finds his path eventually." Always delivered with enough concern to sound caring, but making it clear she thought I was a lost cause. I'd just grin and bear it. What was I gonna say? That I was actually doing okay? It would have sounded like excuses. But here's the thing about being underestimated. It gives you freedom to operate under the radar. What Mom didn't know was that Jason Fixes Computers had evolved considerably over 5 years. After I left grad school, I figured I'd make some cash doing repairs while I figured out my life. Turns out I was good at it. More than that, I enjoyed it. Word spread. I got referrals. Small businesses started calling. I learned networking, server maintenance, data recovery. I got certifications. I hired my first employee, Nick, brilliant with hardware but couldn't afford college. By year 3, I was doing IT consulting for businesses, setting up networks, managing data backup systems, cybersecurity work. I moved into a proper office, hired 2 more people. By year 5, lead tech consulting was pulling $800,000 annually. After expenses and payroll, I personally cleared about $180,000 a year. But I never corrected Mom's assumptions. When she'd ask how the computer thing was going, I'd just say fine. Part principle, part self-preservation, part spite. She wanted to think I was failing? Fine, let her. I drove a used Honda Civic, lived in a decent apartment, saved and invested most of my money. Except for one thing, one very specific, expensive thing. Mom had 3 obsessions: her garden, her jewelry, and Porsche sports cars. The Porsche thing was pure passion. She'd talked about them since I was a kid, knew every model, every spec. Her absolute dream was a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the track-focused one with the big wing. She'd show us pictures, talk about the engine, the handling. She'd joke that if she won the lottery, that's what she'd buy. Problem was, a GT3 RS costs about $200,000. The wait list can be years long, so it stayed a dream. 2.5 years ago, I was doing IT work for Alan, who owned a Porsche dealership. We talked about cars. I mentioned Mom's GT3 RS obsession. He laughed. "Those are impossible. I've got 50 people on the waiting list." Then he paused. "I've got a client who just backed out. His financial situation changed. If you're serious, I could work something out." I wasn't looking to spend $200,000 on anything, but something grabbed me. Maybe it was imagining Mom's face. I ran the numbers. With my income and savings, I could swing it with the right payment structure. So I did it. Massive down payment. Monthly payments that would have shocked anyone who thought I was barely scraping by. For 2 years, I kept it secret. Alan stored it at his dealership. I'd visit sometimes, just to sit in it. Then came Mother's Day, that gathering where she dismissed me in front of everyone. The note was simple. "Check the driveway. Title's in your name. Paid in full. Happy Mother's Day. Jason!" I walked out, got in that GT3 RS, and drove away. 10 minutes later, my phone exploded. Mom was crying. "Jason, is this real?" "Yep. Thought you deserved your dream car, Mom. From your failure son who plays with computers." Silence. "I've been so wrong about you. I need to apologize." "No rush, Mom." My siblings texted, "Dude, you've been secretly rich this whole time." "Not rich, just done being underestimated."